Hey Aries, welcome to Morning Air Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me. This is going to be your love spread for the end of May into the month of June. And I wanted to spruce up some of the readings because I felt like that past, present, future reading is excellent. But I wanted to go ahead and change it up. So let me know in the comments if you like this. I'm doing a you and them reading for this month. So for those of you that are looking for a more direct answer about the person in whom you're interested in, for those of you that are married, for those of you that are, again, single and interested in somebody, you're dating somebody, whatever the case may be, whomever you're thinking about during this reading, it's a more direct look into what that person is feeling. So you guys are probably like, where are you today? Because you look like you're in a totally different room. Well, I am. I'm actually in my living room, and I just felt like it's a beautiful day out. I have the windows open, the sun is starting to set, and it just felt like the right place to be for your reading. So normally you guys are used to seeing my spread, so I'm going to go ahead and just show you what I've got going on down here. This top portion is going to be your energy, the way you feel about the situation or the person. This is going to be their energy, how they feel about you in the situation. Mutual card underneath, what both of you guys are feeling, followed by a clarifying card. So let's go ahead. I do need to say, for those of you that might be dealing with a Taurus, when I was reflecting on your energy, I kept thinking in my head Taurus. I even so much so that I ended up having to reshuffle the deck a few times because I just kept thinking like, is this a Taurus reading? Because I knew I wanted to do Aries, and I just felt this intrusive thought about Taurus the entire time. So for those of you that are dealing with a Taurus, I feel that intense energy already. It may not be specifically a Taurus. I just felt as though for some of you, if that's the feeling I got, it could indicate you're dealing with somebody who really wants to be known. Maybe they're stubborn. I just felt that so heavily. This is a general reading. It's not going to apply to everybody, so please take what serves you and leave the rest. If you like this, please subscribe, like, and comment. All right, so let's get it cracking. Aries, the way that you feel, we have the Ace of Rods in reverse, followed by the Seven of Cups in the upright, followed by the Sun card. I believe that in pertaining to this specific relationship, I think you view this person to be very jealous. Somewhat so that you feel, in a sense, like if you make like one false move, or if you don't go by their set parameters, the outcome is going to be really not good. And so in the upright, this person is very nurturing, warm, loving, abundant. Not saying that they're not. But in the reversed, I believe that you fear jealousy or ego or a lack of commitment, a lack of communication getting in the way of your connection with this person. And I say that because you have the Seven of Cups. And so the Seven of Cups tells me that you guys are definitely manifesting, dreaming, seeing the possibilities of this relationship with this person. And I think that for some of you, you feel as though you want to be able to conjure up more of the thoughts and ideas and beliefs that you instinctually feel about this person. But you don't necessarily, you can't, it's like, okay, so when you look at this card, it has all of the cups in it, but all of the cups are filled with different things. So you're looking at the situation like, I don't know what's in these cups. I don't know if I'm going to get something good out of it. I don't know if I'm going to get something bad out of it. It's a mystery to you. And obviously, cups do indicate love and emotion and things like that. But you have this fear, this real, genuine fear that you don't know what you're necessarily getting with this person. And I think that in your head, you have these ideas of beliefs that you want this person to be who you're hoping that they're going to be. And so with the Sun card in the upright, I do believe that you feel like this relationship, you see it for being what you perceive it to be. More the way that I feel like I've not been great at expressing myself this past week. I've just been like tongue-tied and everything. What I mean to say is I feel like although you are imagining what it could be, you're a factual person in the way that you're emotional, you're intuitive, you're passionate, and you don't like to read between the lines. You don't like somebody to give you little hints and little gestures and make you feel like you've got to put all this crazy amount of work in to figure out what the hell this person wants. And so I think that you feel and you see the possibility and you're like, this person brings me happiness. I know that. This white horse, though, is a sign, is like the white flag. Also speaks of, purity and innocence. And I think that because you want it to be these cups to be filled with this love and abundance and prosperity, you're going into this really hopeful. And you're looking at the situation like, here's my white flag. Like, I don't want it to be weird. I don't want to think that you might be controlling, kind of dictating, jealous, and insecure. And so I think in this situation, I feel like Aries, you might be weighing the good versus the bad. How much do you want this relationship with this person? Do you think you can overcome something like this? Somebody who might for some of you, you could be dealing with somebody older. Somebody older who it's not their first rodeo. Maybe this person has been married in the past, or maybe this person I don't know why I feel like this person may be really damaged from a past relationship. And so it's like they come in closed off and guarded, and you feel like one thing you do wrong, like this person like somehow like utilizes an upper hand to misconstrue the situation, gossiping, spreading rumors. And so that frightens you because it's not what you're wanting, obviously. And a part of me feels like it's this pull, this, give and take. You're feeling like I really do believe that this person could be it for me. I feel so happy. I do feel like, this is I'm conjuring up all of these things that this could be possible for me. This card also indicates, though, to stay grounded in a sense. Don't get caught up in something that there's a lot of these cups here. And I've said this in other readings as well. These cups can also indicate there's too much on your plate. Perhaps you are focusing so much on so many different components of this relationship that a red flag that you might feel, is overshadowed by the great feeling that you feel right now. perhaps you aren't looking at, although you do feel this way because it's your first card, I believe that this is something you immediately feel right out of the gate, that if you don't focus on the other attributes of this person, you guys may not connect the way that you want. And so the way this person feels is the Five of Rods in reversed, followed by the King of Rods in reversed, followed by the Lovers in reversed. Okay, so for some of you could be dealing with another fire sign, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. You did have the Sun card in your position. I don't like to ever use your position, your emotions, as who that person could be. I like to go ahead and use it for this reading, but you do have two fiery cards here, followed by the Lovers. You could be dealing with a Gemini. The Five of Rods indicates to me that like nothing is being achieved because everyone's ego is in the way. So this person, I think, feels the same way that you're feeling. They feel like maybe that's you that's being very stubborn and blocked off, and they feel like they're not able to communicate with you. And this card also represents to me, they don't want to argue. It's like nothing's being solved because too many people, it's like, you know, too many chefs in the kitchen. Everybody knows what they're doing. Everybody wants to put their hands in the mix, and no one has the answer to it because no one wants to listen to the person, you know, that nobody wants to listen to each other's ideas. They'd rather have their idea and have everyone follow the leader in that way. And so with the King of Rods in the reverse, this is saying that this person feels as though perhaps you have a very strong opinion about things, or that you are unable to meet them in the middle with certain things. And they might feel as though with the Lovers in reversed, in the upright, this is a soulmate connection. This doesn't mean to say that they don't think this is a soulmate connection. This card is more along the lines of like these petty, arguments that you're having. It's saying that, is that really gonna be the make or break of the relationship? Because all I'm seeing here is ego, even with this card in reversed. You feel like they're being this way, and they're exactly mirroring this for you. And so this person, the King of Rods, may feel like in the reversed, they may feel like you've lost your interest or you've lost your spark for them, because the King of Rods in the upright is a very passionate, goal-oriented person. And maybe this person feels as though, you're comfortable in the relationship, you're comfortable with them, and maybe you're not trying. You're kind of really set in your ways. This card is a big preventing yourself from being able to understand the viewpoint of other people. And that's why this person feels like nothing's being done, nothing's being achieved. If you guys aren't dating, they feel like they're in a standstill. It's like, they're either waiting on you to make up your mind, and you're thinking that they're making up their mind. If you're married, butting heads with each other and just not being able to see one another clearly for what you're saying. And if this is a fiery energy, I could see the point of view that you feel like the waters are muddy, like you can't get a consistent answer from this person. You don't know necessarily what it is they want you to change. I feel like you may have expressed to them on an emotional level what it is that you anticipated from the relationship, and perhaps this person being in the reverse was unable to communicate that to you, convey that to you. And so your mutual energy is the Judgment. For those of you that are dealing with somebody in the past, you both are reflecting on this relationship. And if you have broken up, you're considering, should we rekindle this? Should we restart? Followed by the Six of Pentacles in the upright. This is like the generosity wealth card. This card also to me is how do I say this? This card also to me, when I look at the illustration in this card, I see that although this is the sharing the wealth card, things of that nature, we can go ahead and perceive that this is because it's judgment that, this person and you want to mutually provide each other with love and support and admiration and all of those things. The other way I see this is the judgment call is that both of you guys are coming to the terms of, are we going to survive this or are we not? Is karma going to end this cycle with us, or is that going to be it? Or is it not? And so I feel like in some way, the way this illustration has this card depicted is, although this older man is, these kids are in awe of this person, I almost feel like I see this in a sense that this person is like dangling what they've got in front of this other person, in front of these other people. So perhaps some of you guys, I'm going to clarify. Okay, Four of Pentacles in the upright. So perhaps some of you guys, you and them are both like shoving shit in each other's face, trying to like one up one another. And the way that I'm viewing this entire reading is, the Knight of Rods clarifying again. I feel like you both are very ego-driven in this relationship. You don't want to be wrong, they don't want to be wrong. And so you're holding on to this intensity, this value that you feel as though you have. And so it could be on social media or just in general trying to be the bigger, better person. And it's like you're not even doing it for you, you're not even doing it for the other person. You're doing it to like prove that you're right, and this person's doing that too. The Knight of Rods, again, fiery energy. You could be dealing with somebody who's a fast-moving energy. Maybe sometimes it feels as though you can't keep up with, their momentum. Again, it could be one of those situations where you feel like this person and you want to make the call. You want to make the call. You've got the Five of Pentacles in the reversed also. You guys feel like you and this person, you both feel like you're like ride or die, you're Bonnie and Clyde. You guys can do anything and everything together. And so are we going to let this survive or is it going to die? And this damn ego keeps getting in your way, coming in really hard, aggressive, fast, passionate. And by the time it's over, you're like, what are we even fighting for? You don't even know. You're just fighting just to fight. And you're holding on so strongly to your beliefs. Again, you could be dealing with somebody who has been in a committed, serious relationship in the past. You could have been in a serious, committed relationship in the past. And so you're coming in with like this, listen, bro, listen, girl, this is my idea. This is set in my head. This is the way I want it to be. And so this person's like, well, shit, this is the way I want it to be. And although this is sharing the wealth card, I do feel like the way that I read this card to me is somebody always having to level up, always having to one up somebody else. And it's exhausting. And you both mutually feel like you're in this together. And so what I don't understand is the Hermit card. So I think both you and this person are internally reflecting very heavily on this. And to clarify them, the star card, this is their wish card. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, and you have the Hierophant card, Taurus. I think you're gearing yourself towards a serious commitment with this person. I think that you are the wish that this person has. And I believe that this person doesn't know how much you really love them. They're confused with the ego, feeling like you can't let stuff go, you feeling like they can't let stuff go. And so you guys are just butting heads, and you have the same goal. You're their goal, they're your goal. And so I just feel like this whole, every card I've pulled out is legitimately like you guys having this lack of communication. What I think, Aries, needs to happen is you need to sit down with this person and tell them, this is really, like, I know I've been this way. I feel like you've been this way. And I want to move past this. I want to be with you. You clearly want to be with me too. And I don't want to let stupid shit, my beliefs, your beliefs, depict how we love one another. Because at the end of the day, you guys know that that's not how you want your relationship to be. You don't want to be solely the person that defines everything and creates everything. I think that whomever this is for in a relationship who has been really hurt in the past just doesn't want to go through that again. And so they're really being very cautious and controlling. So Aries, that is going to be your you and them reading. Thank you so much for joining me, and talk to you guys soon.